afternoon. Here is the news afternoon. First, the highlights. Lagos State Government forges Global Alliance for Food Security, targets agripreneurial boom. Federal government turns back foreigners without valid visas. On the front, Israeli strikes across Gaza claim 54 lives. And in sports, Nigeria's hurdler Toby Amuson sets new record to win 100 meters hurdles at Diamond League in Rabat, Morocco. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos government, through its Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, is spearheading a transformative initiative to bolster food production and ensure long-term sustainability. In a strategic collaboration with the Danish Embassy in Nigeria and other key stakeholders, Lagos State is actively positioning itself as a hub for agripreneurial innovation and investment, leveraging immense opportunities within its agricultural ecosystem. The latest stride in this direction was the Lagos Agri-Innovation Hangout 6.0, an event designed to foster networking and knowledge exchange among agripreneurs. Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, emphasized that the Hangout's core mission is to achieve food sustainability, enhance food security, and ensure the resounding success of agri-businesses in Lagos. Olusoya highlighted the remarkable growth of the Agri-Innovation Club, established in 2023, stating that Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration has been a staunch advocate for youth involvement in agriculture, actively partnering and facilitating knowledge sharing to enhance the sector's performance. She added that the event served as a crucial platform for local agripreneurs to gain insight into cutting-edge techniques and expand their business horizons through both local and international perspectives. In a concerted effort to significantly enhance its business environment, the Lagos State Government, through its Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation (OTCI), has concluded a 2-day technical meeting with the 17 participating ministries, departments and agencies, MDAs. As the state's lead reform coordinating entity, the OTCI is diligently preparing for an upcoming World Bank assessment, emphasizing the collaboration among stakeholders to cultivate a more business-friendly ecosystem. Director General of the Office of Transformation, Creativity and Innovation, Toyi Ajos Ademuyiwa, underscored the strategic importance of these technical sessions. She stated that the meetings represent a deep commitment to improving the state's business environment, which will ultimately lead to better ease of doing business rankings and stimulate economic growth. And Jose Ademuyiwa further emphasized that the reform initiatives extend beyond securing funding, focusing instead on building sustainable systems that will benefit the state's future operations. The Lagos State Health Management Agency, LASHMA, in its efforts to increase visibility and ensure ease of access for residents in the Lagos Division to register and enroll on the state social health insurance, has unveiled the Ilera Eko Divisional Office at the BRT Bus Terminal, Aja. Permanent Secretary LASHMA, Manuela Zamba, who was represented by the Director, Administration and Human Resource, Olufunke Longe, said the relocation of Lagos Divisional Office from the Maternal and Child Center, Etiosa, to Aja was a deliberate move by the agency to ensure that no resident in Lagos Island, Etiosa, Ikoyi, Victor Island, Baduri and surrounding towns is left behind. The Permanent Secretary said Ilera Eko will give peace of mind, reduce out-of-pocket payment for medical expenses, and prevent financial catastrophe whenever there is any medical challenge. Zamba noted that the agency, since its full takeoff in 2021, has continued to expand its offices to be closer to the people, especially at the grassroots. And now to the rest of the stories. The Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, has informed that the federal government has turned back 8 foreigners for attempting to enter Nigeria without valid visas. Tunji Ojo stated that the ministry will no longer tolerate the entry of foreigners without proper documentation. He revealed that he met with the airline operators of Nigeria to discuss new enforcement measures concerning the entry and exit of individuals into the country, warning that sanctions will be imposed on airlines that violate immigration protocols by bringing in passengers without valid visas. Tunji Ojo also reaffirmed the government's commitment to protecting national security and upholding immigration laws. Kwara State Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak says the planned Kwara Smart City project being embarked upon by the government is designed to accommodate no fewer than 540,000 residents when completed. Speaking at the conference of Kwara Real Estate 2025 in Ilori, the governor said the planned city, for which 19,000 hectares of land had been acquired, would factor in residential, commercial, industrial, and recreational facilities when operational. Abdul Razak, was represented by the Commissioner for Housing and Urban Development, Shegun Gushola, said the smart city was conceived to cater to the nation's population explosion expected in the next 2.5 years. He noted that the government, as part of its urban renewal project, had improved the state infrastructure with a quality road network. And over to foreign news, at least 54 Palestinians have been killed in 2 separate Israeli airstrikes overnight, including a strike on a school sheltering displaced families in central Gaza. Fahmy Al-Jaguari School in Gaza City had been housing hundreds of displaced people from the town of Beit Lahia, currently under intense Israeli military assault. Gaza's Hamas-run civil defense said 20 bodies, including those of children, were recovered. Many were severely burned after fires engulfed 2 classrooms turned into living quarters. The Israeli military, IDF, said it had targeted a Hamas and Islamic Jihad command and control center. The IDF said the area was being used by the terrorists to plan attacks against Israeli civilians and IDF troops, and accused Hamas of using the Gazan population as human shields. And over to sports news. Nigeria's Tobi Amusan has won the women's 100 meters hurdles race at the Diamond League meet in Rabat, Morocco. The 28-year-old clocked a season's best time of 12.24 seconds to finish ahead of the chasing pack and set a new meeting record, breaking McNeil Brianna's previous mark of 12.51 seconds. The triumph is Amusan's first major victory of the 2025 season. She opened her campaign with a successive 4th-place finish at both the Xiamen and Shanghai Diamond League meets in May. In March, she won Velocity Fest 16 in Jamaica, running against a weaker lineup of hurdlers. The latest victory opens a clean chapter for Amusan, following the disappointing end to her 2024 athletics season, during which she failed to make the final of the women's 100 meters hurdles at the Paris Olympics. After last season, Amusan began training with Racers Track Club, which is led by Glenn Mills, the former coach of the legendary Usain Bolt. That was our news at 12. Just before we go, always obey road signs and traffic lights. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961. And you can also visit our website at www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 500 unemployed youths in soft skills and job interview program? Well, you can get more details on the Legacy Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos government, through its Ministry of Agriculture and Food Systems, is spearheading a transformative initiative to bolster food production and ensure long-term sustainability. Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems, Abisola Olusoya, stated this at the Lagos Agri-Innovation Hangout 6.0, an event designed to foster networking and knowledge exchange among agripreneurs. The Minister of Interior, Olubumi Tunji-Ojo, has informed that the federal government has turned back 8 foreigners for attempting to enter Nigeria without valid visas. And we also told you that at least 54 Palestinians have been killed in 2 separate Israeli airstrikes overnight, including a strike on a school sheltering displaced families in central Gaza. In sports, Nigeria's Tobi Amusan has won the women's 100 meters hurdles race at the Diamond League meet in Rabat, Morocco. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast that was compiled by Coyote Mafalashiri. Thank you, Lagos, for listening. My name is Mike James. Beautiful afternoon to you.